and welcome to Revolution Cutting, the notion of economy of motion. Haircutting is a productivity-based endeavor. Our income is based on what we're capable of producing. I know you've heard the expression, time is money. And to that end, when I attempted to break the Guinness World Records for haircutting, and I successfully did that twice, in 1998 and 2008, separated by a decade, I broke the record for the fastest haircut in the world, the most haircuts in an hour, and the most haircuts in 24 hours non-stop without a break. I did it with a system. It all comes down to a system. I named my system Revolution Cutting, and here's the idea. Traditional barbering likes to cut with the client facing away from the mirror. Very different from the cosmetology industry, which loves to cut hair with the client facing towards the window, towards the mirror, utilizing the mirror as a communications tool. Well, revolution cutting is a little bit different. In revolution cutting, we're going to do exactly as the name says. We're going to revolve. We're going to begin our haircuts in one place, and we're going to work around the head in a series of alternating direction revolutions. As a right-handed hair cutter, I would stand here to the side of the chair, and I would reorient the client to my cutting position. That's a fancy phrase, reorient the client to my cutting position. In simple English, I will turn the chair. Generally speaking, revolution cutting as we revolve the client back and forth involves starting the haircut at the client's left temple, executing one function all the way around the head. So for instance, I would taper my perimeter. I would stand here bringing the client to me. Now for the camera's purposes, I'm cutting on the back side of the head, and I know you can't see that, so I'll shift slightly. But I would begin my haircut here, and I would taper the perimeter, and I would remain stationary, and I would move the client. As I moved from left temple to right temple, when I arrived at the right temple, that would constitute the end of revolution number 1 and the beginning of revolution number 2. Revolutions begin where the last one left off. So maybe my second revolution would involve layering the head of hair, potentially with a scissors or any other tool for that matter, and I would layer in the opposite direction from right temple to left temple. When I arrived at the left temple, having completed layering the haircut, that would constitute the end of revolution number 2 and put me in place for the beginning of what is now revolution number 3. As you've seen the pattern develop, all odd-numbered revolutions will begin at the client's left temple. All even-numbered revolutions will begin at the client's right temple. Generally speaking, minimum number of revolutions necessary to execute a haircut would be 4. On a classic haircut like this, I would taper in 1, layer in a 2nd, blend in a 3rd, and line, edge, and detail in a 4th. That being said, the number of revolutions you utilize to complete a haircut is entirely up to you. Whatever creative steps, whatever unique process you wish to be a part of the haircut, adding in texture, adding in the use of blending shears, or adding in a finer taper through the perimeter. Those are all additional options, but what's important is that those options be applied to the haircut or executed within the context of revolution, always moving forward in a direction. So in other words, if I were, and I'll pick up a scissors, if I were, this is my feather switchblade 5.5. If I was working shear over comb, I would work shear over comb in my direction of revolution. But if I got to here and I noticed something here that I missed, don't go back. Don't break from revolution. You'll get it later. You'll continue revolving around the head to complete this function, and then maybe we'd go into the top and we'd be doing our layering, and we'd layer our way around through the top, in this case doing the same thing, working around in revolution. I'd remember when I got back here there was something I missed, and while I was here, I grab it, but in conjunction with my consistent revolution around the head. I encourage you to try it. I encourage you to see what will happen when, rather than chasing around the chair and moving you, what happens when you move the client and you bring the work to you. The hair cutter remains stationary and the client moves to your cutting position. That, in a nutshell, is revolution cutting, the notion of economy of motion. I used it to break 3 Guinness World Hair Cutting Records. I'm going to be curious to see what you can do with it as well. I share revolution cutting out live on stage at trade shows and educational events, and sometimes the question is, okay, Clipper guy, okay, Ivan, that's great. You broke some world records, but I'm not trying to break world records. How can this help me in the shop? Number 1, efficiency and productivity. You're just gonna make more money. As long as we maintain quality, and as long as we maintain the customer's perception of value as it relates to customer service. No one wants to feel like they're being hustled through a chair. But if you can work in a more efficient manner, say for instance, instead of 2 haircuts an hour, 3 haircuts an hour, I think 3 haircuts an hour can be delivered with top world-class premium customer service, you can substantially improve and increase your income with revolution cutting. What about the physical benefits of stress and strain on your body? You can spend a lot of time, effort, and miles running circles around a chair, bringing the work to you, shifting your feet to keep a little bit of motion in your body, but bringing the work to you puts a lot less stress and strain on you physically as a hair cutter. So there's other benefits besides just breaking a world record of revolution cutting and the notion of economy of motion. Also, symmetry of a haircut. If you stand in one place relative to your mirror and your lighting, I've got good lighting coming in off the lighting above my mirrors. I can see things better. I know the opposite side of the head's going to be a little bit darker. I've got better light on this side, and better lighting will yield better hair cutting because you can't cut what you can't see. Other good reasons why revolution cutting can be valuable to you in the shop. Increased income as a result of increased productivity, better health and wellness for the hair cutter. You can't take care of them if you don't take care of you. And of course, better quality work because of issues like lighting, helping you see better and cut better every day.